welcome to another very interesting edition of the program, Counting the Years in Love. It's so good to know that you're watching, and this program has actually been a source of blessings to you. Thanks for the feedback. And if you're a first-time viewer, this is a program designed for couples who have been married for years. We bring them here to come share their marital experiences with us. And I'm very sure that today you will learn something, because we have an amazing couple here with us. So I want you to fasten your seatbelts because the flight is about to take off. But after the break, we will return. I am E. Wonder. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's good to know that you're watching. The program is Counting the Years in Love. Straight away, I'm introducing my guest couple for today. I'll be talking with Mr. and Mrs. Michael Ajayi. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you with us today on the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so both of you are wearing glasses. Actually just turned and it just dawned on me. Okay, she's wearing and he's wearing as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so for how long have you been married?
6 years plus.
6 years plus. Wow, great. How did you meet?
Wow. It should surprise you. We actually met by Facebook.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we actually met by Facebook. I was because our elder sister happens to be a junior colleague of my university, so we're like kind of trying to catch up. Funny enough, while we were chatting, then she just like popped up from nowhere, and the picture, the name was like, wow, who is this? This is an angel. And that was just beginning of the whole story. Actually, she was in Benin, I was in Lagos working, so from there on, and things.
Okay, so she popped up and
She popped up. She was actually talking to the sister, greeting her and speaking the dialect and stuff like that. And I was like, what? So I pull out of the chat, I allow them to do their sisterly thing. And later that day, I just sent her messages, just well-being, good, how are you, this, that, but she didn't reply. The following morning, as I was going to work, I sent her the messages again, and I think the third day she replied, say hi. I said, how are you? And we got talking. I introduced myself, and she also introduced herself. Actually, she was then in the Christ Embassy, and I was also in the Christ Embassy at that time. She was a pastor PA in a branch in Benin. And I was a pastor PA in my branch in Lagos here also.
Wow.
So that just gave us the platform.
Common ground.
Yeah, to keep talking, and that was how it started.
Okay, so how did he cut across to you when he said a hi and when you decided to reply?
Okay, when I got the message you sent, I was like, where is this? One needs to be careful with the people you make contact and communicate with. So at that time, I was really, really being careful. So when he said hi the first time, like he said, the second day, the third day, I didn't actually respond. So somebody just, okay, let me say hello. I went through his profile, his pictures. I was like, what's this? Okay, hello. We got talking and introduced himself to be my sister's friend. I'm like, okay, coming from my sister, I'm cool. So when I got to find out that we're in the same ministry, doing the same work, I'm like, perfect. And I just I prayed, spoke to the Holy Spirit about it. I was calm anyway. When we started talking, I was so calm throughout the conversation. I'm like, okay, this is a good point to start. And that was how.
Okay, so did you think I was going to lead to marriage at that very...
Is that?
Did you think that the friendship or relationship or meeting him then was going to lead to the next step, which was marriage?
Okay, yes. I think the first time when we started talking, we shared our experiences in relationship. I was like, okay, let's take it to another level. This time around, we've not met each other. I think we chatted for like a year before we met.
Wow.
And immediately we met. The marriage plan took off.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. So how has it been so far?
Great.
So how has it been? Let me ask you first.
It's been beautiful. It's been awesome. You know, before then I've had experiences. I've had talking to people who are in marriage ahead of me, like my dad's staffs. You know, a lot of lectures here and there. So I knew marriage is all about, you know, levels that has to come together, you know, to come to a point of parallel levels, you know, ups and downs. And but as a man, you have to have to tolerate things and to allow things to fly. And due to the fact that I told myself, like you said, you know, when I met her, before going ahead, I told God, I said, God, I want a woman who's going to love me and a woman I'm going to love. I don't want to be a man that cheats on his wife, or a man's wife beater, or a man who is irresponsible, because I didn't get that from my parents. So, and I don't want to portray anything that would jeopardize my life. So when I prayed, Holy Spirit told me. I actually prayed, and that was the first period in my life that I really wanted something, and I prayed about it, and I got the notes from the Spirit that yes, this is my wife, and I never hesitated. I never, toyed with it. I just went after it. I left Lagos. I went to Benin after, like she said, after a year plus. We just chatting, talking, playing, greeting each other every morning. How are you? How was your night? Oh, morning. How was your work? How is work? Like that till a year, 6 months or thereabout, until I had a free week from office, like a leave. I used the opportunity. I traveled to Benin. Immediately I saw her. I saw the parents. I chatted with the parents. I saw that they were like God-fearing. Actually, the mother she's a deaconess in the church. And I saw that, wow, the family Christian, the Christian background of the family is so solid. I said, yes, this is what I want. And I just told the parents, I said, come. It's also funny to her and it's funny to parents. How can this guy be so bold? I just told the parent during the gathering, I said, Ma, I'm coming to your house for the first time, but I'm not coming here to play, not to toy with your daughter, but I want to marry her. They were like, what? I was okay. And
okay, all right. So within that period, so you had a distant courtship,
yes,
so to speak.
distant
also,
courtship.
After you made your intentions known, how long did it take before you got married?
I think it's about 8 or 7 months, or about.
Okay, so you had a distant courtship, yeah, because it took like you said 8 months or thereabouts, before you finally got married. Weren't you scared that this guy was in Lagos here? Well, thank God for the Holy Spirit, thank God for Jesus. So that was the confidence you had that, okay, fine, this is my man and all of that. But it should be true. Weren't you scared or anything?
Okay, really, I wasn't really scared.
Okay.
Yes, because the period we met, and he said, we started chatting. We've communicated, we spoke a lot and all that. I told myself, then I was working in Lekki, and I'm like, I've been in Lekki before. So if this man left Lekki to come to Nigeria, to come to Benin, to say he wants me to be his wife, there's no point. Because there are other ladies in Lagos, in Lekki. So that was how I just made my decision. I wasn't scared really.
Okay.
Communicated well, and that was it. The whole thing just went.
All right. So finally, you proposed to her.
Yeah.
What was it? How did you go about it? And how did you determine her ring size? Did you steal her ring? Did you ask her jokingly, or you asked someone, or you just presented it at the wedding? Of course, there was an engagement 6 years ago. With the Facebook meeting. With the Facebook meeting, there should be some kind of proposal.
Yes, there was an engagement ring, but ultimately, like she said, during the time of the courtship, before going to the question, rather, I told myself, and from where we came from, we've been taught on how to preserve yourself, how to dedicate yourself for something that is greater. So even she being in Benin, I wasn't scared. I wasn't, afraid of anything, because I knew for the Spirit of God to have, pinned down her name in my spirit, which means there is something that she's going to do in my life. So I wouldn't want to jeopardize it by probably having to mess around or joke around. So I was focused that this is what I want. I won't mess with it and I won't joke with it. I just want to have it and have it full.
So that is the part A of the question. The previous question. Then the ring size, we just want to take a break. We'll take a short break. When we return, you tell us about that. All right, we're going on a break. When we return, we'll continue with the program. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you just joined us, the program is Counting the Years in Love, and our guest couple for today is Mr. and Mrs. Michael Ajayi. Doing great. All right, so the ring size, very important. I need to know. This one that you're laughing, I'm sure there was a
I actually didn't really
you didn't
ask of our size, the ring size, but I got something pretty good, and unfortunately rather, I placed it in a finger, and it was oversized. It was so funny, but the beautiful part of it all is that she accepted. That gladdens my heart.
Okay, so when you brought that ring, is this laughter? Is that what you were just? Is that what you displayed that day? Okay, yeah, engaged. I said the engagement took place in Lagos. Yes, that was my first time visiting. Okay.
Yes, since we started courting. After I came to after I came and said he wanted, so I said, okay, let me see where you stay and all that. So when he gave me the engagement ring, it was big, and I just looked at it like, okay, yes. I'm like, oh, she said yes. But you know what I did? Each time I put on the ring, I was like, I had to hold it like this, because there was no point removing it. So I just wore it because it brought it out of love. So I took it for a very long time till the wedding ring came in.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's great. So it's just a normal proposal, no dipping in ice cream,
no paparazzi, just
no paparazzi. I like that. Okay, so finally you got married. How's the journey been so far? Like marital journey, I'm not talking about courtship. Okay, before then, you had a decent courtship, so I was going to ask you if you knew anything. And thank God, because you built it on Christ, because usually during courtship there are things you see, are you sure this person, but you didn't even have that opportunity to even see all of that. So now you finally got married. In marriage, you started to live together. What were the things you saw in her, or that you were like, I didn't see this coming, so why is this happening? I don't know, I just really need to know that.
Okay.
We're human, so
for real,
from two different backgrounds, you've never
Yes.
lived together before. It was after marriage, you had the opportunity, so what were those things?
She's coming from a different background, a different serene at society, what have you. But being born in Lagos, though I'm so part of it though, but being born in Lagos, I have the Lagos mentality as a Lagos guy. Coming together for the first time wasn't that easy, but I got to know her better because now we're under the same roof. Got to know her better. But one major advantage I had was that I was bent and I was determined that come rain, come sunshine, I just got to make this work. I don't care. It might sound so funny, and for real, I want to be real. It might sound so funny, but I told her something that, which is, I believe, if other people can do that, I don't know if they can. But for me, as a man, I don't look at it because of a man. Because as long as I took her as my wife, myself, my flesh, the bone of my flesh. Anytime probably she does something that probably I don't really fancy or like, and she probably want to take it to a new level that whatever, I'll go to her and say, honey, angel, you're still hungry? Let go, forget about it. I will be the first person to come to her. I wouldn't want her to come and apologize to what she has done wrong. Because what I want was peace in my house. I told myself, God, I want the unspeakable joy in my home. I don't care who has done it, who is wrong or who is right. Because in the sight of God, we are equal to me, to my belief. And if she is my wife, I don't need to stay probably hungry with her for a long time. No, I wouldn't want that, because as long as I'm hungry with her for a long time, I'm not getting that joy. Because I want her beside me 24/7, and I'm happy about that.
So did you really have a broken relationship before? Because for you to be this determined, I want to make it work, like you had a heartbreak or something. Did you actually have a broken relationship?
I think I had one.
I'm just imagining the determination to make it work from the very beginning when you saw her and all that. Okay, so I think that explains some of the things. Don't worry, I'm not a relationship expert, but I was able to get that. All right, Mrs. Ajayi, from your perspective, what was it like when living together under the same roof? The first 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, what were the things you started to see that you were not expecting at all?
Okay, thank you. I think when I got married, I was running my second degree.
Okay.
And at the period we got married, Unimen then we were on strike. So I just rushed to the marriage and got married. But immediately the marriage ended, just in my honeymoon, they called off the strike. I had to go back to Benin. So I come in once in a while, and I go back. I stay in Benin for like 3 months, 4 months, and I come to Lagos for like a month. So I didn't really have that time to really study and all that. But for the 1 month I'm in Lagos, sometimes when my husband does this, I'll just be crying. I was like, oh my God, this thing is too much for me. I was kind of heavy. But he comes around like, I'm sorry. But I think maybe I was young. I don't know. But I just felt I've left my parents to come and stay with you. What's all this? This is how we are going to be doing this. But the Spirit of God, like he said, has always led us right.
Man.
Each time we had issues, even if I'm kind of on my own, he comes around like, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. And that settles it. Because I told myself I wasn't going to get into marriage and harbor anger to the next day. I don't want to give the devil an opportunity to have a conference in my heart whereby I'm having issues with my husband and I go to bed and he's telling me that your husband, No, I don't want to create a room for that. So I knew this man is who I have said I want to be with. So when we have issues, we trash it out within ourselves. We don't bring in third party. I think that was how our marriage has been able to grow. Because I found out that I told myself, I'm getting married, I don't want best friend. So we came to an agreement. You're not bringing in your friend. I'm not bringing in my friend. So we don't have best friend. Wow. And we don't have mom coming to settle us. So whatever it is, the Holy Spirit is our friend. And you're my best friend. Wow. So we trash it together. We laugh, we correct, we end it.
Wow. Praise God.
Yeah.
All right. So, but I mean, what's your biggest crisis ever? I just asked you your experience coming to live together under the same roof for the very first time. But have you recorded a very big crisis in your marriage? Yes, thank God for all of this solution. It took you quite some time to actually get to understand him. So, in the process of trying to understand him, what was your biggest crisis recorded ever?
Okay, let me be real.
Yes, please.
Very real. Very real. The first one, like I would say, was when I had to be traveling after my wedding to Benin often. I missed him for that period. It was really, really challenging. You know, friends telling me, you just got married and you've left your husband. I'm like, do you know what he's doing? I'm like, what was he doing? It was really, really, really challenging. I said, what's he doing? Nothing now. So friends coming around and all that. So that one was one big one. I come to Lagos once in a while to meet my husband. And I'm in Benin doing what? Schooling. So that was one. And the second one, I know you will be very shocked. Though, you know, it was when his ex, so to say, that has left for like 4 to 5 years, started calling all of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
And I found out that, he's happily married. And he's like, please, hello. I don't, when there was a day we were together and she called him. Like, who is this? She mentioned that name. Like, okay, what's going on? Yeah. And they spoke and my husband said, I'm with my wife. And she was shocked. She was so shocked. She was amazed. And like, my husband started preaching to her. I think that was the first and the last time she called.
Okay. So, let's hear from you. How did you handle that crisis situation? Of course, newly wedded and she travels all the way. You didn't have a problem, but she had a problem. Or you had a problem with that?
Thank you. You know, during the period she was traveling, because for her second degree, you know, like I said before, my mind was already made up. I don't have that negative conflict spirit. Like, do you know what she was doing in Benin?
And all of that.
You know what, Benin ladies, all the stuff like that. But I was like, no, my marriage is based on the words of God, and the foundation is so solid. Because before going forth, I heard the Holy Spirit that is my wife. It's my wife. I don't need to panic. So while she was going, my joys and happiness also go with her. When she returned back, it returned back to me, because I believe she was well tutored by her parents. Because I've stayed with them, I lived with them for some time, going to visit them, whatever, and interacting with them. I found that she was well brought up. She had the fear of God, and a child who is well brought up with the fear of God, what else do you want?
All right. Yeah, the next question is, who compromises more? From everything, I think I know who does that more, but I'd just like you to say it. But I'll be going on another break. When we return, you give us the answer. Stay with us. The program is Counting the Years in Love. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. The program is Counting the Years in Love. All right, so before the break, I asked who compromises more. Like I said, I have an idea. I can actually say it's you, but I just wanted to say it. So who does, madam? That's right. Somebody who wants peace and everything to reign in the house all the time, definitely. All right, so if you were to turn the hand of time, what would you like to change in your relationship?
If you were to turn the hand of time, I would have loved to meet her earlier than this. Yeah, I would love to meet her earlier than that. and when I met her actually, but because she's been my backbone. Aside God, prayer, advice, talk. Even most times I don't want to engage talking with her because she's an expert when it comes to that.
Wow.
But if I have to turn back the hands of time, I would love to meet her earlier than that.
That's so sweet. Nice. All right, that's beautiful. Okay, what are his 5 best qualities? 5 qualities, yes.
Okay. Number 1, his best 5 qualities. He's truthful. Yeah.
Great.
He's truthful. Yeah. And 2 is playful. Yeah. I remember I actually call him the lights. Each time I see him, he's full of lights. Oh. Always playful. Yeah.
That's great.
He's truthful. He's playful, and doesn't take no for an answer. He goes for what he wants. It doesn't matter the obstacle. He goes for what he wants, and he knows what he wants. This might not be working the way he wants it, but he has seen it, and he tell you, I know I'm getting this thing. He's a go-getter. He's a go-getter, and he's loved by all, and he loves everyone that comes around him, except you yourself. You don't love, or you don't want to accept the fact that he loves you. He loves everyone that comes around him. He loves, and he's a peaceful person, like he said. He's so peaceful.
Wow,
yeah,
amazing
so
qualities. I'm sure if I let you keep counting. All right, so this woman that you really would have wished you met earlier, what are those qualities in her? Let's hear it. Sing them.
Okay. The qualities about her, number 1 that I admire most, are spirituality. Yeah, my wife is prayerful. Her spiritual life, she does not toy with it at all. And I believe that is one thing that I wanted. Because a man who is married to a prayerful woman will go a long way. And that was what I prayed for. I want a woman that will support me, not physically enough, but spiritually most of all. And secondly, she's very intelligent. Yeah, my wife is intelligent.
You're smiling.
Any moves I make, before getting there, she already knows it.
Wow.
She will tell me, come, that thing, I know what is inside. And she will tell you, she's intelligent.
Wow.
She's intelligent.
Great.
Intelligent. And thirdly, she's focused. She's focused. She itemizes everything that she want to have, she want to get, she want to do, and she does not toy with it at all. She will always remind you, we plan to do this, we plan to do that, we plan to do this, and she will never stop until that thing is achieved.
Wow, nice qualities you both have. Yeah. Praise God. All right, so we're coming to the end of the program, but before we say bye-bye, I want you to look at the people watching you, talk to intended couples, married couples as well. Yes, just say something to them with the experience. 6 years plus, wow, I think you can say something.
Okay, my advice is, 1, the qualities that I used that has worked for me is, I don't go to bed angry with my husband. Yeah, I don't. We don't have disagreements and take it to the next day. We trash it out there, right there. I will go to bed happy. 2, we don't bring third parties to our marriage. No mom, no sister, no friend. He's my best friend. I'm his best friend. We don't discuss our relationship outside. We don't. And 3, we pray together. Yeah. Christ must be your focus in your marriage. And 4, communication is the key. You must learn to communicate with your partner. If you're having any difficulties, no matter what it is, create the time to communicate with your partner. And as an individual, you also create the time to listen to your partner. It's very, very important. Communication is the key in marriage. If you don't communicate, you have issues and lapses.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Plenty of them. All right. So let's hear you talk to other people too.
Viewers, I think she's said most of her stuff I want to say. But you know, marriage, you need to be focused. You need to be determined. And you need to know what you want. And don't look at the beauty. Don't look at, if you are a young man going to marriage, don't look at beauty. Don't look at the worth, but look at the potentials of a good woman. And that is all we need. But as a couple, if you want to live as a man, if you want to live long life, always remember one thing: peace. And always, 100% try to make your wife happy.
Wow.
Because when your wife is happy, in your going out and your coming in, you'll be blessed.
You'll be blessed because
Yes.
she prays for you, because you make her happy. Thank you so much. So
Welcome.
finally, when last did you serenade her?
I can't even remember.
Aren't you lucky, pretty? He's just gonna do that to you. So
You know
please
what
spare us.
what I do mostly for her, you know, most times, because like she said, I'm always fun to be around.
Yeah, you're
I
playful, but you don't
playful.
sing,
I,
so do
but
that.
I dance a lot to, like, you know, spice her up, sort of.
Okay, so for this program,
For this, to
I want
sing.
you to serenade her.
All I sing to you.
I didn't say she give her a poem more.
Olómi, onítèmi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi, olólùfẹ́ o, ojú kan ṣàlàdání. I think only that's what I can remember.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming on the program.
You're welcome.
We really
You're
enjoyed
welcome.
spending
Thank
time
you.
together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, viewers, this is where we draw the curtain in today's edition of the program, Counting the Years in Love. Our guest couple has been Mr. and Mrs. Michael Ajayi. You did great.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
All right, team, we come your way again next time on behalf of the media production team. We want to say God loves you. Always put God first in your relationship, and things definitely will work for you. I am E. Wanda. Bye-bye. God bless you.